What's up, guys? War here. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm bringing you, since we're kind of towards the end of this early access quote-unquote first league, I've been using a lot of my currency to just make new builds and just experiment with other things. So today I'm bringing you a new build for the path. It's probably not new, actually. There's probably some videos out about it from other creators, I'm sure. But the poison concoction Pathfinder for the Ranger, which is surprisingly really fun. This is a super cool build. It's similar to the shattering concoction build that we started doing on the channel. That build just kind of fell off for me because I felt like it just wasn't up to par for what I liked and what I wanted to do. So instead, I had a community member say, hey, during a live stream, like, why don't you just do poison concoction instead? It is 100% stronger. And I was like, okay, well, help me out. Let's make this build. So we got the build together. I'm fairly low level right now, so I figured I'd bring it and share it with you guys. Now, keep in mind, I'm only level 84, and we are at the end of the league, so this is by far no means a leveling build at all. We're at the very end, or what seems to be this early access first league until we get a currency wipe. But the build is surprisingly really fun, and you can end up getting some crazy move speed. Like, I got plus 39% move speed, and I don't even have my weapon swap yet to a shield, which will increase my move speed even more. So this build is pretty fast. I kind of just fly through these maps trying to gain some levels, and you just throw poison concoctions and everything just kind of absolutely dies. So I kind of wanted to share this because I do like testing out and playing new builds, and yeah, this build's really fun. So let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Let's go ahead and break down all the gear, skills, and everything you need if you guys do want to start this build. Again, this is not a leveling build by any means, so do not play this through the campaign. There is probably some other poison builds that you can play during the campaign, but look at all that poison. It's fantastic. So let's go ahead and get into the gear here. So we are doing another Widowhail build on the channel, and a lot of people responded pretty positively to the Spark Widowhail build. Even though it's different and it's just, it's just a different version of Spark. That's all it is, guys. Different version. But the Widowhail is used on here, and we are going to be abusing the increased bonuses from equipped quiver. So the equipped quiver is probably the most important item in the build besides the bow. You really want to get your bow as high as you possibly can. The plus 30 spirit doesn't really matter for this build at all, because all the ores that we have, we can run, which is just 3. We can run these without the additional 30 spirit. No problem. You see, if I just swap the Widowhails, we're good to go. I just have this because it's a higher percent. That's all. So Widowhail is highest percentage as you possibly can get. All right. Next on our quiver, we are doing the most important stat you need here is plus 2 projectile skills, increased projectile speed, as well as attack speed. The other modifiers don't necessarily matter. Dexterity is also really good, but those are the 3 main stats that you want to get. Get the max plus 2, and then try to get is 40 plus on your projectile speed, and then get your attack speed as high as you can get it. It will make mapping and just throwing your projectiles or your potions, your concoctions much easier. You can see if I take this off, just like how slow you throw. And this is the only way that we actually scale our quote-unquote attack speed or our throw speed for this build. Next, we are doing the corpse weight iron greaves. This just gives us a decompose. So we do lose some move speed here because these are so low. You do not have to run these. They just provide an additional measure of damage. You see when I run over something, it releases a poison concoction. So you see me hit these guys, and then I run over, and it just releases like the corpse and just releases this big cloud of poison, which is great. So for mapping, you just kind of run through and destroy everything. Very cool. I don't even have these socketed yet, and I really need to. Next, another unique piece is the Queen of the Forest, guys, the Smuggler Coat. This is really cool, and this is what's giving us our insane move speed. So 1% increased move speed per 500 evasion. I currently have an evasion rating of 19,500, which is great. So we get a huge movement speed modifier. So the higher that you can get this, the higher move speed that you actually can have. You could do some weapon swaps and get like a shield that can give you a big evasion boost. So that way in between mobs or something like that, just speed rolling. I don't have one yet, but I got this put together. So I just wanted to bring you guys the video. But this right here, try to get 3 sockets. It's really, really cool. You do get the negative, the fire res, but that's fine. But you get the increased evasion rating, which caps at 150%. So this is really, really cool, man. Very, very fun. Very good build or chest piece. And it actually kind of looks cool, right? Like it looks cool. And it just makes moving so fast on here. It's fantastic. So I can't wait to scale this even more in the passive tree, which we'll get to in a second. The next thing, as far as your helmet, your gloves, as well as your belt, all these things you're really just looking for to just kind of get increased life and reses if you can to kind of cap your reses. Mine are all capped currently, and I have 19% chaos res. So if I wanted to get new gloves and add chaos resistance there, maybe, or add some more chaos res in like the helmet, for example, go triple res here. But you don't really need anything else. You're just using this to help cap. And then increase energy shield is probably the most important on the helmet, just to scale this, just to have some more defenses, which is pretty sweet. Next is your rings here. If you get rings with a high chaos damage roll, I do not have this quality to increase the chaos damage, unfortunately, but I have this just for the resistances. I think once I throw an ingenuity belt in here just for the resistances, then I can change the quality modifier to increase chaos damage, which would be great. It could buff the chaos damage on both of these somewhere around 50%, which would be an insane damage boost to poison concoction. But ideally, these are pretty much the stats you're looking for is chaos damage, resistances, and then max life or anything else that you want to add on here just to help get those caps in. Lastly will be the amulet. It does not matter which amulet that you guys get, but you definitely want to have an amulet with +3 to all level of projectile skills, and then increased life and at least one roll of increased maximum mana, or excuse me, maximum energy shield. Everything else doesn't necessarily matter. You can get a stat, you can get dexterity, you can get whatever you want. It just helps to build out. I got lightning res to just help the cap too as well, so you can fix that if you really need to. So that's the gear, guys. Pretty cool. Now we do have snake bites here. Snake bites is going to be a boss killing gear piece. This just really helps us kill bosses. So you can see, because I don't have any resistances on here, I just lose the evasion rating for speed. So you're going to see my speed drop here when I swap. We're going to go to 28%, but it makes us do a crazy amount of damage here, especially against bosses. Oh, the guy's summoning that stuff. There we go. So yeah, you don't, what the, these guys keep coming back to life. What's going on here? Oh my, what the? Who is rezzing these guys? Who is doing this? Is it you? Okay. Dude, he has like infinite lives. What the heck? Okay. So yeah, you do not need to use snake bites. So if you need to use a regular gloves, highly suggest getting increased evasion on here. And then whatever else you want is fine. If you want to do reses, that's okay. But rarity is great. Max life is great. Dexterity is great. Just try to get a super high roll on increased evasion for your move speed. Now into the jewels. Into the jewels for the build. Poison concoction is from your passive tree. Okay, it is from your passive tree. Right now we're at level 33. We're going to try our best to get this to 36 plus for a breakpoint, but right now we have it at level 33, but we will get this much higher. Now I know it only says 16,846 on the stat sheet here. For some reason, people are just fanatics about the stat sheet being super high. I mean, this is going to go higher as I take more stuff off because of the support gems, but we are throwing 3 and we get an insane amount of damage. So poison concoction, we got scatter shot to throw 3 projectiles instead of 1, deadly poison for more. I'm doing martial tempo for the speed, so you can take this off and it's probably still fine. And then you would want to run conformity, which is great, just +1 poisons from support skills. It's less poison duration, but that's fine. And then we got chaos infusion for now. Once we get the last slot, I'll probably just add in martial tempo, which will be great. But I think for mapping, it just feels really good with arcane tempo. Next is vine arrow. We have vine arrow with swift affliction. Font of Rage, and Font of Mana. This is literally just for bossing. So we have a few things here just for bossing with Vine Arrow, Dark Effigy, and Despair. So Dark Effigy is going to be our Wither. It's going to give us a totem that inflicts Wither on the enemy. And we got Ancestral Urgency to increase that speed. More cast speed for this, so that way you just can slam it down super quick. And then we got Withering Touch to apply that Wither so we can do some more chaos damage. This is mainly just for bossing. Next, we got Despair, which is another curse with Hex Bloom as well as Focus Curse. So we throw this on a boss, and then we just destroy them with our potions. Next is our 3 auras, which just help the build feel really, really good. We have Wind Dancer. This is huge because we get 3 stages of Wind Dancer, which gives us 18% more evasion per stage, which allows us to run even faster. We got Life Thief on here. Maim as well as Expanse. These aren't necessary at all. You could actually run Wind Dancer with no support gems. This is just if we get hit to just proc some defenses here, added layer. Otherwise, you do not need any support gems for Wind Dancer. Next, we got Ghost Dance, which just gives us some more Shroud to give us some more evasion. And then we got Fast Forward as well as Clarity for some more mana regen. Next, I have Alchemist Boon here. This is just to give us recovery from our flask. It's granted to everybody, but we get the flash charges per second for our potion. So you can see that we have 105 charges on here. So when I throw, it goes to 100 and... I can't see it. Well, excuse me. I have 105 charges. And when I throw, it goes to 102. So I only consume 3 charges when I throw. So the faster that this can get replenished for my charges, the better it is. The Heralds, we had these on our previous... freezing concoction build, so just ignore those guys, not a big deal. We do have blink, so if you guys want to like drop Alchemist Moon and do blink just to, you know, map around faster, that is totally fine. You do not need Alchemist Boon for mapping. It's really just mainly used for bosses, so you can just kind of fly around here. But with how fast you actually are, I don't know that you necessarily need blink, but it's totally up to you. Next, let's go ahead and go into the passive tree. I think I'm okay where I am. But let's get into the passive tree here for Poison Concoction. So we are a Pathfinder, of course. We are going to be taking a Traveler's Wisdom for 5 more points. Then we're taking Poison Concoction, of course. We come over here and we grab the Poison Effect Magnitude, the Contagious Contamination, as well as Overwhelming Toxicity for even more poison stuff. So the tree is pretty straightforward, guys. We're taking a lot of stuff that give us a lot of ailments, fasting toxins, increased energy shield. Bonuses gained from Equipped Quiver are very important. You're also going to be taking stuff for High Alert for more evasion, which makes us move faster. I cannot wait to get this sub mask. As soon as we get to level 85 or 84, excuse me, I will be taking the sub mask, which gives us +2 to evasion rating per maximum energy shield on equipped helm. And you can see that the evasion that I have on my helm is a lot. It's almost 400. So that is a lot of evasion, which is going to make us even faster and increase our move speed. Me getting this should put it to close to 50% or higher, which is going to be really sweet. We're just going to be flying around the map. Next, we just got more dex, some more evasion from body armor, as well as just more dexterity and evasion. Then we come up here and we're taking a lot of the chaos skills and chaos damage, because for those who do not know, poison damage is chaos damage, just to let you know. Then we got building toxins here with escalating toxins, just more tox. This little circle here is just a bunch of poison duration increases, which is great. Then we come up and we grab Spectral Ward for more maximum energy shield per evasion, which is fantastic. It's just another layer of defense. Then we come all the way up here for Ingenuity. We grab this just because the helmet does require 139 int. Otherwise, we wouldn't even get it. Outside of that, we do have Eternal Youth. Eternal Youth is going to swap our shield recovery to life recovery and vice versa. So every time I pop my life flask, it's going to regenerate my energy shield as opposed to my life. And my life will regen over time. This is just an added layer of defense. You do not have to use this. And then outside of that, guys, we just have more evasion. So the next biggest thing is abusing our quiver, which you guys have seen in previous videos that we've done with Widow Hail, and increasing the bonuses gained from equipped quiver. So all of my gems have increased bonuses gained from equipped quiver. This is just going to give us a big bonus and make our levels of Poison Concoction much higher. But yeah, guys, those are the jewels that you want to have in here, which just makes the bonuses from equipped quiver even better and gives us those additional levels to Poison Concoction. But yeah, guys, that is the build. It's very, very straightforward. Now, for bossing, I have not gone and done like the big bosses yet because, again, I'm only level 84 going to 85, and I just haven't tested it against it yet. But for the boss combo, if you want to do this, even if you're under leveled or higher level, all you're going to do is drop your Dark Effigy, then you'll drop your Curse, and then you'll throw Vine Arrow, and then you just spam Poison Concoctions until they die. So it should be pretty straightforward. Otherwise, this has been a really fun build, guys. I'm looking forward to updating this some more for you and just getting this a little bit stronger just for something else to play. So like the video, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys have any suggestions for me with the build, that would be great. Otherwise, I've been really enjoying this. It's been a lot of fun. So yeah, just comment below. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. I really do appreciate it. And as always, stay gaming, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.